Hello there, and welcome to this hopefully a very short video about what I use in my caravan. I'm currently sat in the caravan now, and I basically want to show you what I do when it comes to Wi-Fi and broadband. Now, one of the things I see a lot on Facebook, I'm part of a group called Caravans UK, and a lot of people are asking, what do you do on caravan sites? What can you do to improve the caravan sites, Wi-Fi, so on and so forth. So there are many options out there. One of the options is, of course, using your mobile phone, as obviously then you can tether your devices to your mobile phone. Yes, it works, and for a lot of people it works perfectly well. An iPhone or a Android or whatever phone you have does have its limitations. Now, I have found that for simple things that you want to watch the odd YouTube video, check Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing, using your mobile phone as a tethering point is absolutely fine. Now, if you want to go a bit further than that and watch live films, for example, if you want to, so if you want to watch things like, live sports, so Sky Sports, BT Sport, and streaming services, Netflix, Amazon Prime, something that's a little bit more substantial, and that could handle the traffic. Now, what I mean by traffic is internet traffic, because your phone basically acts as a router, and then everything that you send and request has to go through your phone before it goes to your other device. So it does tend to struggle with streaming services. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but again, there are some limitations to that. Now, the other thing that you can do, I know there's a few people out there that do exactly this. Dan with Meet The Trudgians, if you've ever seen those on YouTube. If not, please have a look at their channels. Absolutely fantastic. I watch the vast majority of their videos, and what they use is something similar to one of these. Now, this is what they call a LTE MiFi device. It's quite simple. It's got a battery in the back, just like a mobile phone. You put your SIM card in here, plug it on, and away you go. Now, this one's a fairly cheap one. It's just a simple TP-Link one that I brought from when I worked at Maplin many years ago. Again, for simple mail services, Facebook, if you want to do some online shopping, this is fine. I found once you've got more than 2 or 3 devices connected to it at once, again, a bit like the phones, it does struggle a little bit. Now, the other thing that I didn't like about this personally is that there's no external ports apart from one bottom to charge it with. Now, if anything like myself, I tend to have the vast majority of my house cabled rather than on Wi-Fi. So, if you want a better connection or stronger connection, if you're in a busy Wi-Fi area, or if you're in a busy campsite, you could have some Wi-Fi issues. Now, the other thing about this, it can transmit on 2 different channels, which is 2.4 and 5 GHz, but it can't do both at once. So some of your newer equipment will quite happily run on the 5 GHz, but some of the other equipment that you do have will only run on the 2.4. So you have to select one or the other. And for those people that know a little bit about Wi-Fi and things, that the 2.4 side of it is getting quite busy and quite crowded. So personally, I use the 5 GHz mode where possible. Now, I found the reception on this does range very, very much so as to where you place it in the caravan. So what I do personally, I actually went out and brought one of these. This is a TP-Link LTE 4G router. So as you can see from the back there, it does have 4 ports on the back, just like a normal household router does. And the thing that drawn this to me than anything else, which I thought was fantastic, it is actually 12 volt. So I physically opened the box when I worked at Maplin, looked at the plug, and it's a 12 volt 1 amp supply, which is fantastic for when you're using it in a caravan, because obviously a lot of things, as you probably well know, run on 12 volt. So what I did, I bought a simple power tip, a little bit of cable, soldered a tip together, and then it is attached to my caravan's 12 volt system. So when I turn the master switch on the caravan, this actually turns on the router itself. Granted, these aren't cheap at all. I think normal price these come in at just under £100, but the capabilities of something like that, it runs on 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz at the same time. You've got 4 Ethernet ports at the back, so anything like me that has an Apple TV, and it works perfectly well with the Apple TV. Or if you've got a Now TV box or a Fire Stick, etc., that sort of thing. So that's what I use. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you.